What should we wear? Let's go gambling. Hey Diva, wanna go shoplifting at that one boutique with the racist manager? Hey Diva, I'm kinda bored. Wanna go rob a bank? I accidentally spilled my lip oil everywhere. Silly me, not this again. Can you bail me out? Hey Diva, wow, you look like shit today. Wanna go shopping and get you something that actually fits for once? Here, let me help you put it on. It'll just take a second. Sleep tight, princess.
I've been obsessed with fake video games recently, like Catastrophe Crow, Basilisk, Petscop, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, these are all fake video games that you cannot play. These are all exist within YouTube videos that you can watch other people play them, but these aren't real. They're created by other people that tell a story, and from that you get sweet, sweet lore and game theory videos made about you. While I was swiping on Instagram, this diva just came up on my feed, and I was entranced. So today I want to dive deep into this fake video game, analyze the story, and yes, it does get pretty scary at points, and just overall answer the question, who is this diva? Her name is Florence the Diva, and she's been all over my Instagram feed, and if I had a TikTok, maybe she would be all over that too. These are short-form vertical videos that resemble a dress-up game from the early 2000s. Each episode, Florence presents us with a problem, and it's our job to help her. Usually this just means picking out an outfit, but there are other mini-games in there too. But the thing is, we're not actually helping her because it's a pre-recorded video, not an actual video game. So all we, the viewer, can do is just sit back and watch what happens. Now here's just more of a standard Florence video for you, and be warned, I do like to keep the content on this channel here around PG-13, but Florence can have quite the mouth on her.
Hey Diva, wanna go shake our asses at a brat-themed party tonight? Hell yeah, let's get dressed. What should we wear? No, we're going to a brat party, not a brat's party. Less clothes. Not cunty enough. Oh, you think you're so funny, huh? Hold up, the top is good, but let's chop this maxi into a mini. Ow, you snipped me. Now this is Brat. Girl, they better play the remix album when we get there. Let's stuff these drinks in our bag and head out. Apart from the twins being so stingy with their poppers, that party was iconic. Wanna go set shit on fire? Hell yeah, let's go!
From this episode alone, we gather that Florence is a party girl. She's not afraid to show some skin and do some hard drugs. And there's playful banter between Florence and us. We dress her up as an apple and it's funny. She has a few little harsh quips here and there, but this is just the surface of who she actually is, because she gets way meaner towards us as the series goes on, because as of recording this, there are 43 episodes, and I'm gonna watch every single one so we can slowly unravel the dark secret Florence is hiding. And, well, actually, weird stuff starts happening around episode 4, so it's not that slow of an unravel. Let's get into it. Episode 1, let's get into it. Oh, who is this? It's a real-life person. This is the first and last time Florence looks like this, which obviously from research, this is the creator of Florence the Diva putting her real-life image into the game. And although I'm not 100% certain, I'm gonna venture a guess that her name is Florence too in real life. So let's just go over the actual video. Florence wants to go to an emo rave. We help her pick out an outfit. She says we look okay, and then she makes us pay for the Uber there, which is going to be the first of many times Florence asks us for money. Episode 2 is where she debuts her more recognizable cartoon design. And here, she needs a help picking out an outfit to go on a date with sugar daddy number 3. And of course, this means she has at least 3 sugar daddies, which makes us question, why did she make us pay for the Uber last episode if she has this kind of money? This is also where we get our first fourth wall break. Now, of course, the entire thing is her breaking the fourth wall because she's talking to the player of the video game, but this is the first time where she sort of acknowledges that she's in a video game by saying stop the music. Check out the clip.
I look like a used tampon dipped in glitter. Stop the goddamn music. Girl, I'm not dressing to go fucking save Hyrule. I'm dressing to go clear out this man's bank account. Be fucking for real.
You can check out the video I did on Chowder explaining why breaking the fourth wall is scary. But for now, this is the first time we get hints that Florence can actually control the elements of the game, such as the music. Episodes 3 and 4 are Halloween episodes. In episode 3, we go to a Halloween party, and she asks if we want to dress up slutty or spooky. We pick slutty, and Florence dresses up as a sexy Patrick Star, and she looks at us and says, I guess you're going with spooky then. And then we go to the party. In episode 4, there's a second Halloween party, and this time we decide to dress up as spooky. Us, as the player, do a little prank on Florence by clicking the check mark when Florence isn't wearing anything, suggesting that she's spooky as is. And then this is her comeback.
Should we do slutty again or spooky? Let's get into it. Excuse me, bitch, what exactly are you trying to say? Oh, you got jokes, huh? Bring back those buttons, cause we not done yet.
Another fourth wall break where she's conscious that she's in a video game by saying, bring back those buttons. We do end up dressing her up as the other mother from Coraline, and then this happens.
Mama, this isn't spooky at all. Are you messing with me right now? Oh, you still got jokes, huh? You wanna see spooky? Fine, I'll give you spooky. Admit it, I scared your ass.
Which this is explicitly one of the scariest moments of the series, but it's also just a prank, so it's not too scary within the context of the episodes. We've already watched episode 5, so let's go to episode 6. Florence wants to shoplift from a boutique with a racist manager, but she ends up getting caught and sent to jail and asks us to bail her out. We do. She says she owes us one. Obviously, it's going to be a long list of IOUs that we've been accumulating over the series. But once she's out of jail, she says, do you want to go scam men online? And one of the dialogue options for us is saying, you're actual scum, you know. And this is really the first time that it's hinting that us, the player character, there are real feelings towards Florence, that we do feel like, yeah, she is a bad person. And it's not that we're just compliant and happy with everything she's doing in her actions, that us, the player character, have the thought of, wait, hold on. But we never actually choose that second option. Looking back at all the other episodes, the second option is usually the negative option, saying no and disagreeing with her. And so it would be really interesting to see if we finally picked the second option for once. Well, that's exactly what happens in episode 7. Play it.
Hey, Diva, wanna go shopping at H&M? Hell yeah, let's get... Oh, wait, did you just say no? Oh, okay. I guess I'll just...
That's the entirety of the episode. She asks us if we want to go do something. We say no. She says, yeah, are you sure? We say no again. And that's just it. I find this to be at least a meta commentary on sort of what's happening here, is that when we're watching these videos, we want the player character to say no and stand up to Florence. But in this video, it shows us if we actually do, then there would be no more Florence content for us to enjoy. It's we have to give in to Florence's shenanigans and say yes to her ideas for there to actually be a series for us to watch. Do not resist Florence, or else you won't get Florence at all. Out of the 43 episodes, 15 of them feature us, the player character, clicking the second option, and so let's go over some more examples of this happening. Like in episode 9, where we're introduced to a new mini-game that's not picking out an outfit for her. We have to help her craft out a text to send to Sugar Daddy number 3, asking him for a raise in our allowance. And we do end up clicking the second option in one of the things, but she just says, no, try again, to where we have to click the top option. This is a lot more standard video gamey, of just like, hey, you picked the wrong thing, try picking again, instead of something that actually has consequences. She ends up getting the raise in her allowance, and then going to the casino right afterwards. So that was sort of the good ending, but what would happen if we picked the second option every single time and it allowed us to? Well, that's what episode 10 is. She needs help talking to boyfriend number 2, and so we pick the second option. It's another crafting the text mini game, and so we pick the second option every single time, which is being rude to her boyfriend and sort of demanding. And of course, the boyfriend number 2 ends up breaking up with her, and she says thanks for nothing.
Bitch, he dumped me. I knew we were too aggressive in that text. Oh well, at least I still have number 1 and number 3 in my roster. Guess I'll just hit them up. Thanks for nothing.
The video caption for this is wrong answers only, and we certainly do get a bad ending. And if you're following along with me, we're sort of crafting the theory that maybe Florence is more in control of this game and in control of this world than she seems. But if she is in control, why is she allowing these bad answers to happen? Well, just keep that in the back of your mind as we continue on. Episode 12 sort of ties into my working theory here, as Florence needs to show up to court because she needs to defend herself against scamming men online. We help her pick out an outfit for court, where we get this interaction.
I'm really living my Elwood's fantasy. Girl, just click the damn checkmark so we can get this over with.
Of course, it's another fourth wall break, and then she eventually gets sent to jail, where she asks us to bail her out again. And this time, we say no, and we just leave her there.
Not this again. Can you bail me out? You bitch!
But things are quickly reversed in the next episode, where we just say okay and then let her out of jail. Now, I'm going to skip ahead to episode 20, where this is just how it starts.
Hey, Diva. I'm kinda bored. Wanna go rob a bank?
We help her pick out an outfit, and we end up robbing a bank together and making about $1 million and going straight to the casino afterwards. This is actually a fun, lighthearted episode, if you can call robbing a bank that, where there's not that much tension between us and Florence. The two of us get along, and we make some money together. The good vibes don't last, however, because in the very next episode, well, just watch.
Hey, Diva. Wow, you look like shit today. Wanna go shopping and get you something that actually fits for once? Ow, what the fuck? Ow, bitch, stop. Fuck me, stop. Ow, you whore, bitch, stop. Damn, ho. I was actually gonna buy you something this time. But nah, you totally fucked up my nose job. Stay ugly, I don't care.
Florence insults us unprompted, and we the player fight back for once. It's been over 20 episodes now, and all she's been doing is being rude to us, using our money without paying us back, and just using us as a freaking accomplice to commit crimes. And yeah, not once does she say thank you. So it's about time for us to fight back, but that also poses the question, why do we keep coming back? And actually, this gets addressed in the comments, where someone commented, this is a toxic relationship, and Florence responds, and yet you keep coming back. Hold on to that idea. It ties into the theory I'm crafting, but for now, we still have 20 more episodes to go. Episode 22 is just more bullying from Florence, but episode 23 gets interesting as we, the player, successfully trick Florence into going to a Gamblers Anonymous intervention, and also an anger management thing.
This isn't the casino? What the fuck? Is this a motherfucking intervention? I don't have a gambling problem, bitch. I'll do whatever I want, ho. Oh my god, look! It's Robert Pattinson.
This is one of the few times in the series where Florence is genuinely caught off guard. In a world where things seem to be in her control, she wasn't expecting this. Episode 27 and 29 are really weird, out there, like world-building episodes where we learn that Florence lives in a place called Doll Dreamland, and it's ruled by someone named Princess Bubblegum Elfbar. And maybe this is embarrassing to admit, or means that I'm really cool, that I didn't know what that means, and so I googled it, and Elfbar is a vape, and so it's a play on Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time, but if she was a vape. Joke explained. These episodes don't really mean much in the theory that I'm making, but hey, there's some world building there for you. Episodes 30 through 33 is really when Florence goes absolutely off the deep end. Episode 30 is where she scams us, the player, out of $600 by saying her dog is sick, but actually she just ends up going on a casino cruise, and it ends with her riding away with this very creepy laugh. Episode 31, she turns us into the fashion police to get the bounty that was on our heads because we're just wearing something so ugly, I guess. And episode 32, we help her clean up a dead body. She mentions that, oh, this will be the last time I find a sugar daddy on Craigslist, but I'm sorry, what? There's a dead body in the apartment, and we just help her clean it up. Florence has committed crimes before. She's shoplifted, scammed men online. We even robbed a bank together, but this is just murder. Throughout the episode, she tries to hide this from us, just being like, oh, can you get rid of this bag for me? And she sort of lies about what's going on. So we don't really know what went on. Actually, maybe he tried to attack her first and it was just self-defense. Well, we don't know, and we don't get the answers. But what we do know is that Florence is capable of this now. And it shows after all the time since episode 21, where we actually fought back against Florence, we the player haven't actually changed that much, and we're still willing to do Florence's bidding for her. Because in the last episode, she literally put us in jail to get money for herself, and yet we come back to her and help her dispose of a dead body, making us an accomplice. Episode 33 is somehow crazier. Florence says she feels some evil presence in her apartment, and so we use a Ouija board to communicate with it, and eventually the spirit overtakes Florence's body and tells us, hey, give us her soul. And to which we say, yeah, go ahead, take it. And then the spirit is really confused, like, what? I thought you guys were friends. And we're like, no, you can take it. And then it turns out Florence doesn't actually have a soul for the spirit to take, so the spirit just leaves. And Florence wakes up not remembering us, possibly sacrificing her. So now we actually do stand up for ourselves, showing our true cards that when push comes to shove, when Florence's life and soul are on the line, we're willing just to say, we won't save her, which is pretty interesting that the only time when we can stand up to Florence is when it's not actually directly to her face and when someone else is sort of doing the bidding. And we also learned that canonically Florence does not have a soul. I know I said the past few episodes were the craziest it gets, but no, we're still heightening on that. It gets even crazier with episodes 35 through 37, which is the most telling and crazy arc we have with Florence. Episode 35, Florence is on house arrest. We help her decorate her ankle monitor, but she breaks the house arrest and ends up in jail again, asks us to bail her out again, and this time we don't. Episode 36, with us just hanging out in Florence's apartment. We do get a call from the county jail, to which we immediately hang up, but then we get a call back, and this time we answer, and it's Florence, and she's really mad at us because we're not bailing her out. And then we just throw the phone out the window.
Oh, bitch, I know you didn't just hang up on me. If you don't bring your raggedy ass down to the station and pay my bill, I'm gonna tear your ass all the way up.
We have finally freed ourselves of Florence. We've put her in jail, and we're keeping her there. Florence is no more. Until episode 37, where again, we're just chilling in Florence's apartment by ourselves until she busts through the door and says Sugar Daddy number 2 actually bailed her out. And she says, but it's okay, I got you a gift. We are hesitant to open the gift, but eventually we do, and it's a necklace, and this happens.
See? It's just a piece of jewelry. A best friends forever necklace for my BFF. Here, let me help you put it on. Oh, nonsense. It'll just take a second. Sleep tight, princess.
She kills us. She kills us. And we get a game over screen. This is Florence establishing dominance. She is in control this whole time. Do not go against her, and our actions will have consequences. And we're forced to retry the level and just do it all over again, but maybe differently this time. But how can you come back from having your quote-unquote friend murdering you after all you've done for them? Bail them out of jail, give them money, help them pick out outfits, take the fall for multiple things. Why would she do that to us? Episode 38. How do we recover from this? Well, it's actually, in my opinion, the scariest episode because this happens.
Hey, Diva. Sorry for offing you in the last level. I guess one would say I overreacted. So, all's water under the bridge. Aw, you're so sweet, Diva. I also totally forgive you for being a huge bitch and major pain in my ass. Anyways.
Florence has manipulated the game before. She's stopped the music, she's made buttons appear and whatnot, but this is new territory for her. She is messing with the dialogue options, forcing us to forgive her. And we do. And then we go on a sugar daddy hunting minigame. I've been talking for a long time, and that about ends where the whole creepy Florence story is. There are more episodes that came out afterwards, and you can watch them on your own time. But for now, I'll sort of stop recapping episodes there, and let's go over everything we've learned so far. She lives in Doll Dreamland. She doesn't have a job and gets her money from at least 3 sugar daddies and scamming men online. Most of that money goes towards her gambling addiction. Crimes she has committed include shoplifting, bank theft, jewelry theft, fraud, and murder. She's aware that she's in a video game and seemingly has the power to control the game, but at times she has genuinely caught off guard. And lastly, Florence is trans. And let's talk about that last point for a second, because I know I haven't mentioned that at all. Well, if you go to the bio and the page of the account, there is a trans flag, and I believe Florence, the creator of all this, the real life person, she herself is trans, and so if that is just a caricature of her, then of course, yeah, that Florence is also trans. But there's actually more evidence within the series itself to prove this. Not only is there an episode where she just overthrows the government and puts LGBTQ and trans flags in the Oval Office, there are more subtle things too. Like in episode 7, when Florence thinks we're going to a BDSM club named Whip It, it turns out to be a roller skating rink named Whip It. and I think it's named Whip It after the roller skating movie of the same name with trans actor Elliot Page in it. In episode 40, we have to sneak drugs into a nightclub, and we end up putting a bong up Florence's skirt, so it sort of makes an outline there. The bouncer at the club misgenders her, and we can tell she genuinely gets uncomfortable and offended by this. But why does the fact that Florence is trans mean anything? Well, one of my very first interpretations of the series is that it is a trans allegory. Maybe us as the players are a trans person, and Florence represents society, trying to keep us down, put us in a box, bullying us, and no matter how hard we try to escape from her, she always comes back, forcing us to be something. She's always in control and will be in control of us. Makes sense when I say it out loud, right? But when you start actually thinking about it, it doesn't make any sense at all, because Florence herself is trans, so why would she be anti-trans in this allegory? In numerous episodes, we literally watch her fight Republicans and, as I said, overthrow the White House, so this doesn't really make any sense for the metaphor. So, okay, what if we flip it? What if us as the player are maybe a person experiencing maybe some thoughts that maybe we are trans, and Florence is a metaphor for that part of the brain that says, yes, we are, and she's trying to come out. She makes herself louder and more known to the point where we can't ignore her. We can't ignore that true part of ourselves that are screaming in our brain, and she keeps coming back with more radical and crazy ideas until we just have to accept that, yes, this is who we are. There are some holes in this, like, if that's true, why is she just so mean? Like, I get it, it's maybe tough love. She makes fun of the clothes we wear a lot. So maybe she's like, hey, I know those aren't the clothes you actually want to wear. Wear the clothes you actually want. So then why does she bully us and literally kill us? I don't know, maybe it represents her killing the normative society-fitting form of ourselves, and we're born anew into our new identity and all that stuff. It just doesn't really add up 100%. I think it's certainly a read of this you can have, but it's not all the way there for sure. So what has been the spooky theory I've been crafting all along, where Florence is some evil mastermind in control of this whole thing? Well, yeah, after watching through these episodes multiple times, you just come to question, who would actually play this game? Who would voluntarily load this up and be like, hey, you know what? I want to get bullied today. Let me pull up Florence the Diva. No one's actually doing that. You don't pull it up yourselves. She comes to you through the Shorts feed, through the Reels feed, through your TikTok feed. You're not looking for her. She's looking for you. Making it not so much, hey, I want to play with Florence right now. It's Florence going, hey, I want to play with you right now. What if I told you that Florence wasn't the video game? We are. For sure, from our perspective, Florence is just a fun dress-up game where we put clothes on her. But from Florence's perspective, it's also a game. Remember those old iPhone games of like beat up your boss and like torment the dummy? That's the game she's playing, and we're the dummy. Florence is not just some NPC, but Florence is the player, and we're the NPC. Because if you think about it, Florence is the one with all the choice. We just sit back and watch as things happen like a total NPC would. Florence gets to decide whether things happen or not. And you might be asking yourself, well, what about all the times she was caught off guard? If she controls everything, why is she surprised? Well, have you ever played a video game where you don't take any damage, you don't die, it's just a breeze and you get to the end with no challenge at all? Well, yeah, that sounds like a really boring video game. or Animal Crossing. In order for a game to be fun, there has to be a challenge. So if it was just Florence controlling us and being mean to us the whole time, that's not really fun. She needs a challenge. Sometimes she needs to escape prison to have some fun without our help. Every time we get in Florence's way or we fight back against her, it's just us giving her more of a challenge to beat the video game. Now, in the episode where we die, we get a game over screen. But it's not game over because we died. It's a game over because Florence killed us. As if we were some Pokemon and we fainted and now she has to restart, not us. So whenever Florence wants to hop back on the game, she'll just randomly show up on your feed and she'll play the game. She's in control. This is her world. Or that reminds me, Florence actually did an interview with the website Girl World where they asked her if she had any advice for aspiring divas and people who want to be like her. And she said this: remember, you own the world. Never let a single person tell you what you can or can't be. Now, this video was made for fun. I don't think that Florence, the creator of all this, had specific intent of making a more of like a mysterious mystery ARG sort of thing, and I'm definitely reading way too much into this, and certainly just a passion project for fun. And she's gained quite a following and actually sells merch too, so you can please check that out. Please check out Florence the Diva on all platforms to support this wonderful creator, because there are so many episodes that I did not talk about and you get to experience for the first time by yourself. So have fun watching those in a dark room. And usually on this channel I talk about horror movies, so this was sort of a new venture for me, going more into internet horror. But if you do like that stuff, I actually made an analog horror video not too long ago that you can check out.